amazing. There won't be a sound in the world. And then when you decide you want to film a video, then suddenly everyone wants to bring out a chainsaw. Well, how's it, people? I don't want kids of my own. No. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can be a mother. I don't know if I'm cut out for this, you know? And it's that period. It's that period when they are 2 or 3 years old. Once that period is over, I think I can do it. I think kids are wonderful after that period when they're 2 or 3 years old. When they're just screaming and crying. They're not even crying. They're screeching like pterodactyls. And don't get me wrong, I love kids. I'm a middle school teacher. I love my students. They're wonderful. Heck, I always wanted kids. I even said, I'm gonna have 2 of them. One's gonna be a boy, one's gonna be a girl. The boy's gonna be older. I even named them. But sometimes, you know, I watch other people's kids, and especially at that age when they're like 2 or 3, that's when I'm like, no, I'm just joking. I don't want kids. And now you're probably thinking, well, Sam, where did this rant even come from? It's so random, you know? Oh no, don't worry. There's a story behind this rant. Story time! Once upon a time, it was yesterday. And yesterday, I decided to go into town. Life happened and suddenly it was 12 o'clock. So I decided to sit down for a bite to eat. I chose a lovely steak restaurant. I chose a quiet table in the corner of the restaurant, away from all the families. And I'm not even joking. Not even 10 seconds later, after I sat down, a mother walked in with 2 kids. One kid looked about 2 years old, the other looked about 3. There was so many tables at that restaurant, but no! Let's choose the table right next to my table. Soon after they sat down, I noticed a few red flags. Firstly, the kids looked like they've had better days. Just not the happiest of faces, just had this perpetual look on their faces. Also, the one who looked a little bit older had a packet. He had a packet of sweets in his hand. I sat down just before 12 o'clock, so it's not even lunchtime, and he's already got a packet of sweets in his hand. So anyway, they order their food. The food arrives, and now, because it's time to eat, the mother, who is looking rather frazzled, I might add. Her hair is just like standing up at opposite ends. Her face is slightly sweaty. She's got a vein that's like popping out the side of her head. What does the mother do? She grabs the packet of sweets from the 3-year-old's hand and she just puts it aside. But you think that kid wants to eat his food when he's got a packet of sweets? Nuh-uh! So what does he do? He does what any normal 3-year-old will do. He starts crying. And this is the part that gives me heart palpitations, because kids, they don't just cry quietly. They'll start off at a normal tone and then just out of nowhere, you know, you don't even see it coming, they will screech. You know that screech that makes you just go like It goes deep, like you can hear it from here somewhere, just like mommy. So he's continuing to screech like a pterodactyl. The other one is just sitting and crying because his brother's crying and he doesn't know what the hell is going on. The mother is just handing them things to get their minds off things. But anything she gives them, they're just like shoving it to the ground. So it's things like that where I'm just like, no. These are not even my kids. I'm watching your kids and I'm getting heart palpitations. I don't think I can do this. I surrender now. So now this mother is trying to feed this kid. But you think that's working? No, obviously, because he knows that he had sweets at one stage and he doesn't want food now. He wants those sweets back. So what does he do? He gets out of his chair and he goes and gets the sweets himself. So you know what the woman did? She did what a lot of parents do in 2017 to distract their kids. She gave him an iPad, which did distract him for like 5 minutes, but then he got bored with the iPad. So you know what he did? He got out of his seat and he started wandering in the restaurant. Just kind of like, climbing onto things that weren't meant to be climbed. That's when I was like, yeah, I'll get the bowl, thanks. Cause, yeah. And then you know what happened? So I'm walking to the next shop and the next thing, I feel this intense, striking pain in my foot. So I turn around to see what is the source of this pain. What caused this pain in my foot? You know what it was? It was a kid. The kid was on a scooter. I kid you not. Pun intended. And I'm not talking about, you know how in shopping malls back at home, they have those like little mini cars which kids can sit inside and the parents push them along as they walk to shops. Oh no, I'm not talking about those. No, I'm talking about an actual scooter, which this kid was riding in the shopping mall. And not like extra slowly because, there are many people in the shopping mall. Oh no. Who wants to do that when you can go at 120 k's per hour and just bash into people? But then it hit me, It hit me. Not the scooter. That did hit me, yes. But it hit me. I can't be angry at these kids. They're just kids after all, They're 3 years old, what do they know? But you know who I can be angry at? The people raising those kids. Because tell me something, right? Which parent is like, let's go shopping? And then they're like, what's a great idea? Why don't you, Billy, take your scooter to the shopping mall? That's a good idea. Who cares if there are hundreds of people in the shopping mall and it could be, kind of like an obstacle bringing a scooter to the shopping mall? Who cares? It won't be a problem, I'm sure. Yeah, which parent does that? If back in the day I tried to take a scooter to the shopping mall, firstly, I didn't even have a scooter, okay? My parents couldn't even afford a bag of air. So there was not a chance in the world that I had a scooter. But if I did have a scooter and I tried putting that in the car when they decided to go shopping, my mother would be like, hey, where do you think you're going with that scooter? Just put it back. What do you think of this child taking a scooter to the shopping center? Same with that woman in the restaurant. Why didn't you buy those sweets for that kid after lunch? I'm not a pro on this, but don't you think that's a better idea, buying sweets for the kid after lunch as like dessert? I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized just thinking back on yesterday. In the end, it wasn't a completely bad experience. I learned some important things from all of this. Number 1, just don't give your kids sweets. I'm gonna tell my kids that they're poisonous. Number 2, don't give your kids fancy toys. The only thing my kids are playing with are trees, like back in the old days. And number 3, the most important lesson I think out of all of this is don't have kids. Anyway, thank you for listening to my rant/mental breakdown about having kids one day. But yeah, I can't wait to have little Sams running around. And heck, these little Sams, they better come soon, hey, cause I won't lie, my clock is ticking. Anyway, if you enjoyed my rant, give it a like. If you are a parent and you're watching this video, please can you reassure me that having kids is the greatest thing on earth, because I really want to, but I'm so terrified. So your reassurance would be appreciated, really. Don't don't forget to follow me on all the social medias, and don't you dare forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next week with a new video.